this audience who has ever been hypnotized by Emile Francelli, hypnotist, kindly wait in the theater lobby for the next 13 minutes.
My name is Emile Francelli, and I am a psychologist specializing in hypnotism. Originally, I came from London, England, but now I am living in Hollywood, California. It is said that you cannot hypnotize an idiot, an imbecile, or a fool. You may never have been hypnotized, and yet you will respond to suggestion. And do remember that suggestion is the lifeblood of hypnotism. Let me show you what I mean. I beg your pardon, but that was just to demonstrate that when you see someone yawning, you do have an uncontrollable, an intense desire to yawn. You see what I mean? Those of you who did not yawn, still you did feel the pulling of the muscles in the jaw or a strange sensation in your mouth. This is the normal response, visual suggestion in action, the first step on the road to becoming hypnotized, and you did respond. Oh, one point. It is generally recognized that the easiest person to hypnotize is the one who says, "I cannot be hypnotized. I have too strong a mind." What he really means to say is simply, "I am afraid." Let me tell you a little about hypnotism. It is one of nature's most mysterious and fantastic forces, as you will discover for yourself in the motion picture you're about to see. Yet it is as simple and natural as breathing. Look at this young lady. Some people appear as though they are asleep when they are hypnotized. Some people look hypnotized when they are hypnotized. Other people look perfectly normal when they are hypnotized and do not even know that they are under the full control of someone else's will. Suffice to say that you can be hypnotized and made to see, hear, feel, or do anything, whether you wish to or not. Look at this drawing. You have probably seen this drawing before, and you know that both lines are exactly the same length, yet one does look longer. Here is another example. It appears as if the vertical line is much longer than the horizontal line, yet it is easily shown that they are precisely the same size. Study this drawing. Those lines in the middle running across the screen, surely they must be curved. And yet, they can be readily proved to be perfectly straight and parallel. This is an Archimedes spiral. You feel as though you are being drawn into the screen, sinking right into the whirlpool in front of your eyes, dragged, pulled, attracted as though it was a magnet sucking you from your seats. Just as sight can be deceived, so can all the other senses. In fact, hearing, smelling, tasting, and feeling can be far more readily fooled than the eyes. You have often mistaken sounds, smells, and tastes, haven't you? Even removing an ice tray from the refrigerator, it may have burned your hand. There is a shot. You jump because you were not prepared for the loud sound. Yet how often have you heard a very quiet sound, the sound of a dripping faucet, disturbing you in the middle of the night. Drip by drip, growing louder and louder and louder, and because of the noise, you cannot sleep. You get out of bed and turn off the faucet if you can, but if you can't stop it, you lie awake, waiting for the next noisy drop to fall. The lucky ones simply turn off the noise by not listening to it and go to sleep. They use a form of self-hypnosis and convince themselves that they cannot hear the noise. They create the illusion of silence, and there is silence for them. Colors can change your feelings and emotions too. Blue, for example, is a cold, dreary, somber color. It makes you feel chilly, morbid, depressed. To the color, we can add the sounds of blue, the noise of the freezing, biting wind. You feel you should rub your hands together to keep them warm. So let's be warm. Red is a warm, hot color. It conveys impressions of arid heat, of burning thirst, of blinding dry dust. Then we add the sounds of heat. The illusion grows stronger and stronger. We can feel the scorching, burning, withering heat. We can even feel the heat coming from the screen. So let's be comfortable. These are examples of illusions brought about by simple sights and sounds. The reason why they are so effective is that you are concentrating on the screen and my voice. Concentration on a single idea is the second step into hypnosis. A hypnotist often uses a point of visual concentration, such as this glass ball. He tells you to stare at it. Listen to his voice and concentrate on the fact that you are going to relax. 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 Or he may suggest that you look and listen to the monotonous ticking of a metronome. And as you concentrate on the moving spot of light and hear it tick, 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 you become more and more tired and relaxed. Sleepy, sleepy, sleepy. Would you like to try an experiment in suggestion? Then cooperate with me for a minute or two. Uncross your legs and take anything that you may have in your lap and put it on the floor. Lean back in your seat and relax. Now put your hands together in front of you with your palms and fingertips touching very lightly together. Now, as I count to 3, you will feel a strange, mysterious and very powerful force between your hands pushing them apart, and they will separate. 1. Keep looking at me. You begin to feel the power in between your palms pushing outwards and forcing your hands apart. 2. The force is separating your hands away from each other. It is going stronger and stronger, irresistible. Further and further they part. 3. They are apart now, moving more and more away from each other. Further and further. You cannot keep your hands together. And as they spread apart from each other, you can feel that mystical force between your hands, compelling them to separate more. All right. Put your hand back down in your lap and keep your hands unclasped. Now, this power of suggestion is going to be applied to you in this tremendously powerful story you're about to see. It has been filled to the brim with suggestion, designed to help you experience to the full all the feelings and emotions that the producers intended you to experience. You will feel the damp chill of the tomb, the warmth and heat of true love, the panic of absolute fear, the emotions of anger, pity, hate, affection, happiness, sorrow, tears, laughter, in fact, all emotions. In about 5 minutes from now, you will be so frightened that you will feel the emotional desire to scream. So scream, let out your emotions. Don't try to hold them down. You cannot hold them in. Let them out. Now, to experience these warmths, these chills, loves, hates, fears, sorrows, happinesses, these stark staring horrors, suggest to yourself that you are going back to England, to London. Suggest London. And remember that suggestions are the threads from which the cloth of dreams is woven. So suggest London. The time and place is now. In the distance, you can hear the mournful strokes of Big Ben tolling the danger-filled hour. You are in London, a part of that strange, weird, ancient city. You are part of London. London.